gentlemen, boys and girls out there at TV Land, it's your host, Dr. Giggles in the house. Anyway, so this week, asking who's Bob Armstrong. What's up, Coast to Circle? Bob Armstrong, ACE member. His wife, Sherry, is in the executive committee of ACE. She's been secretary, treasurer. She's been like every ACE event, travels the world. What's up, Coast to Box? Yeah, he passed away, and, what was it, yesterday? Yeah. So, I don't know, all the details. Not much was said. There's not going to be a service. There is going to be, his ashes are going to be spread wherever he wanted them to be, and from what I heard, from Russ, through email and on the Ace New England site, that, during the late Compounce event in July, Sherry and her son and her grandson are going to take the last ride out. That evidently was his favorite ride. So yeah, that's who that was. If you would have seen him at events, you definitely know who he is. You definitely know that. All right, so this week, besides that, we're going to be talking about SeaWorld, a little bit of SFNE news, Cedar Point, Walt Disney World, Palace Playland, LeBron news, Golden Ticket Award news, Legoland Florida announcement. There's all kinds of little goodies, and then we'll see what pops out the box tonight. So on and so forth. So, so yesterday, surprisingly, I didn't see it pop up anywhere on Facebook, and then Luco was telling me about Bob passing away, and I was like, whoa. Old name was Coaster Kid. Coaster Kid's in the house. All right, get rid of that. That's out of there. Had to get rid of my thing. Get rid of my old coffee. But so that was like the shocking news of it all yesterday. So we'll see how that goes. So let's start with Walt Disney World. They canceled their Nights of Joy. So that's no longer going to be a thing. I hadn't even heard of it. Didn't even know what it really was. Evidently, people kind of like thrown for a loop that they canceled it. And then people are saying, oh, excuse me, what is Universal and SeaWorld going to do with this? Because they have similar ones. Maybe it's not a well-attended event. I don't really know the details in that, but what I do know is Disney pulled the plug on it, so it's no more. So if you like that, I don't know if you do. If you were a fan of the event, well, it's no more. So that's the little tidbit. Palace Playland is like in a crazy situation. I don't know how many people have been to Palace Playland in Rye, New York. Not Rise Playland, not Palace Playland, Rise Playland. Rise Playland out in Rye, New York. And there was a company, they kept bouncing back and forth between who was going to operate it. Because, for a while, the town, the city, whatever you want to call it, was like, no, we shouldn't run it. And, the park was always profitable for them, but it looked like it wasn't making money because all that money for that park was going to the Park and Recreation Fund. So everything else was, what event? The Lake Compounce event. What's up, Liam? There's a Lake Compounce event July 14th or something like that. That's going on. That's where they're going to do the thing for Bob. So, I'm going to the event regardless, but it's a nice gesture when people that pass within the coaster community, that it's, not to sound, I don't know how you would take it, but, their life celebrated at what they loved. I don't want that to sound like a bad thing, my Sprite tastes fantastic. Thanks for asking. But yeah, so, for those that go to Riding of the Bull, in the morning ERT, they have a whole thing, and her name passes me for the moment. I know Luco knows her, but that thing. Nights of Joy. I guess it's like a religious thing, or something like that. The way it sounded, that's what it was. But I didn't look deep into it because I had never heard of it. It just started spiraling because of people just talking about, oh, Nights of Joy is gone. What is Universal and SeaWorld going to do with their versions of their own little religious thing? So it's just been, been going around and around and around, the internet between Facebook and Twitter, and it's going all over the place. People are going nuts about it. I don't know why. Like, if Disney's canceling it, and it's most likely because it wasn't well attended, but people, I guess the people that like it are like, no, don't take it away. That kind of thing. So back to the Rise Playland thing. One, for those that don't know about Rise Playland, that has a little movie history behind it. The boardwalk over there is where the ending of the movie Big with Tom Hanks was filmed there. With the Zoltar machine and all that. So that's where that was filmed there. But there was I have the company's name. Like I was saying before, all the different companies that were trying to run it and all that other stuff bouncing between, and they made an agreement with someone called, where is it? Standard Amusement, and it looks like they're in default. They only paid $1.25 million out of $2.25 million, and they were supposed to pay it all up front. So now the government says, oh, it's a bad deal. Let's take it away. They're in default, so let's take it back and do whatever. And so I don't know what's going on, but I feel bad. Rise Playland, if you've never been, is like a cute little park. It's fun. You got the dragon coaster. You go into the dragon's mouth and it goes, rah, and then it poops you out. It's not like an intense roller coaster by any means, but it's fun. And I like going to dragon, and I like getting pooped out. I think it's funny. They have some cool dock rides. They got a cool flume ride. They got a whole bunch of flats. They do have the Derby carousel, which is finally fixed and moves back and forth and goes fast, which is awesome. Cedar Points, I haven't been there since 2012, so I don't know. But I remember it just went back and forth, and it wasn't fast. It didn't have both. Did you hear about Premium Park is now in charge of Pacific Park? I don't know what that is. I didn't even hear about that. What is that? About Premium Park is in charge of Pacific Park. What parks are those and where are they? I didn't even hear about that. So yeah, well, we're gonna keep an eye on. You're a freak there. Stop. But yeah, so anyway, keep a check out for Rise Playland. There is an event coming up this year, and Luca will have the information on that before I will. It's also in Coney Island, so you can ride a Cyclone, and they're working on a better deal than what they had, without the food, and just get like an all-day ride bracelet. So I guess that's a good trade-off. You all know that Devin ain't gonna get on. He might, but probably not tonight. I don't know what he's doing. Is he playing video games with you guys? Or is he just being a grumpy Devin? I don't know. I try to get him on here and he don't want it. Sometimes Jeremy wants to. I guess it's all in their mood. We got to coax them into doing it. I mean, sometimes Jeremy's like, I'm on it, and that's it, end of story, and he likes it. And other times, Devin, I think, has been on it once or twice in the past. He's not usually a huge fan of doing it. He doesn't like talking in front of people. He doesn't like doing that. I don't know why. He's like so bashful. Okay. So Premium Parks owns Frontier City, and Pacific Park is the one of Santa Monica Pier. So what? Now they own each other, so to speak. That's kind of cool. I mean, I've never been to those two parks, but force him on the show, I'm going to ground him. That's kind of funny. So the next bit of news, for those that know, within the Six Flags chain, Laurent up in Canada, they were, when they did the announcements, they were like, oh, Laurent's getting 3 new attractions for Carnival. And it looks like they're going from 3 to 1. And the one that they're going to get is going to be a Tilt-A-Whirl. And it looks like it's going to be called Tourbillon. So they kind of got the shaft on that one. That kind of sucks because nothing says like a middle finger than going from you getting like 3 attractions and then you're gonna go from 3 to 1. That kind of sucks. I don't know why that they did that, but I don't know. Golden Ticket Awards for those that like to watch about that. It's going to take place on September 7th and 8th, and it's being held at Silver Dollar City this year. So that probably means that Silver Dollar City is going to probably win an award for something for something, maybe, I don't know. Legoland Florida announced their biggest investment, the Lego Movie World. So they're going to get 3 new rides, character meet and greet, and a giant themed playscape. The interactive boat ride and a quest for chili will be completely transformed. Those are going to be closing soon, so you get your last rides in, and then they're going to do their thing. I think the name of the Tilt-A-Whirl is the name for the ride type Cyborg is. Okay, so they're calling it a Tilt-A-Whirl. All right. I get you, is one of those. Makes sense now, because that's... You know what? After I said that, I'm thinking it's got to be like that ride that's going in Great Adventure, because that's the name of the type of ride. You know, I was going to make a correction when I looked it up, but you saved me from doing that, but still. I did not hear about the Orlando Eye getting renamed and getting a different... Why is so Merlin's not going to own the Orlando Eye? I wonder why they're doing that. I didn't hear anything about that. But then again, the last... I don't know when that news came out, but the last few days, I've been buried in work and I haven't really done much. It's kind of sad. What ride is LLF removing? What's LLF? I'm probably going to kick myself in the butt for realizing what it is after you say it. Oh, Legoland Florida. It's not that they're removing. They're going to be transformed into new rides. The quest for Chi or Chili, whatever you want to call it, Chili, Chester Cheesy, and the interactive boat ride and the quest for Chi, completely transformed. See, I went to Legoland Florida in 2015, and I don't remember the interactive boat ride, unless that's new. I'm not. I can't remember. I mean, we went on everything in Legoland Florida that we could get on. You know, all the coasters, all the weird little rides. I don't remember an interactive boat ride. I mean, unless you mean the one, unless they're talking about the one that, you know, you can soak the people, you can soak the people, they can soak you ride. I don't remember what that is. I don't know what. Maybe that's what that is. Maybe that's getting rethemed for Lego Movie World, maybe. Yeah, I don't like the name of that I like Orlando Eye. I like that. That's catchy. That's like, you know, the Orlando Eye, you know, Icon Orlando. So Chima, yeah, I remember Chima. Maybe I didn't see that. I don't. Oh no, if it's that, you know, the squirt each other ride, I did that. Well, I didn't ride it. I just squirted people. I was like, I'm not getting that soaked. What question did you have about the shirts? What question was that? I don't know what you had about the shirts. For those that are wondering who these people are, the one that says stop and then Liam, those are Devin's friends, and because of the Martin's family thing, they're spreading around Devin's videos and busting his chops, which I think is hilarious and awesome, around school. And now they want T-shirts with Devin's face on them so they can wear them at school or wherever. So I think it's kind of funny. Devin's kind of pissed about it, but it's still funny nonetheless. I'm all on board about it, and I'm still working on. I'm not a graphic artist by any means, so I got to figure out how to make the graphic, the right format to send off to the presses. And then we're going to do that. Do I see Six Flags only moving any rides at the end of the season? If they do, I am going to speculate and say flashback if any rides are getting removed. And the only reason why I say that is what I've said before. Yeah, I didn't ride it. I videotaped the people. Like, my kids rode the Quest for Chi. All right, so that's getting rethemed to Legoland or whatever. Lego Movie World. If I see any rides that I foresee, yeah, Splash Battle rides really belong in a water park. I know it sounds crazy. People like to get wet. That's why they ride flumes or they ride, the rapids rides, but they don't want to get that soaked. And that's why they never really had lines, because people didn't want to get that soaked. They wanted to get a little wet, not soaked. If you want to get soaked, you go in a water park. And that's why Six Flags parks in general, most parks in general aren't adding water rides because of that reason. When people want to get wet, they go to the water park. If they want a little cool off, they might go on a flume or rapids ride, whatever the park has, and whatever park you go to, whatever it has. The water rides, really, there's really no movement to be adding. There's nothing really great in terms of, the water rides. I mean, I like riding a flume once in a blue moon if it's like crazy, crazy hot, like I feel like I'm melting like an ice cream cone, then by all means I would do that. I would go on the rapids ride. I try not to because for some reason, every time that I get on a rapids ride, my seat always goes under the waterfall. Always happens. I think once last year it didn't. That was like the first time in like 10 years that it didn't happen. But then every ride thereafter it did. So, I really don't know. But, yes, Goliath should be removed more than Flashback. See, if any rides are going to get... Like I was saying, I don't know if you guys remember me saying this, a few shows back, especially right before opening and right after opening, that there's a lot of utility work going around. I will tell Luco you said hi. What I'm saying about all this is it's like this. There's utility work going all around. And the signs are showing the area like Flashback and Goliath area, something's coming. It might not be next year. It might be a few years from now. You're going to start, whatever they're doing, they got to start laying the groundwork now. It's stuff that, we don't care about, so to speak, and you don't really see any added value to your park experience for it. But think about this. The lockers from Wicked Cyclone got moved to that indoor section at the beginning of Blizzard River. Then, on top of that, the extended queue line for Goliath, which barely ever gets used, got taken out for a restaurant. Right now, it's not open, and we don't know when it's opening, but supposedly soon. It could be parts, it could be whatever. I know for a fact that maintenance wanted that thing going like 2 years, 2 to 3 years after the fact it was put in. It's a nightmare. What's up, Infinite Coasters? It's a nightmare for maintenance. They're always going through wheels. The wheels crack all the time. They always have to have a full set of wheels, in stock because, when one goes, they order another set. And they're expensive. They're not really cheap because there's a lot of wheels and they're just expensive. So, it's just a bad design ride. You know what I'm saying? And it sucks because I like the ride. I don't love the ride. Actually, I don't. I rode it last year, I believe, once. I think one time I rode it last year. I did not ride it this year yet. Obviously, I only went once and it's not open yet. I will ride it again, but it's not a ride that I thoroughly go run to. Hey, what's up, John? But it's like this. If any rides are getting removed, it's all those. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be in that area. And I think that they're going to move rides around. I feel that the launch coaster idea might come within 2 to 3 years. That's what I think. I think you might be stuck with that. I honestly think next year's going to be a water park year. The only reason why I say that is because you got Pete Carmichael coming back. His first year, I believe, down when he was in St. Louis, he added water park. This technically wouldn't be his I do not have a DSLR, but I do have a mirrorless camera that I absolutely love. Um, it's amazing. Even though it got dropped and busted a lens, well, bent a lens during Wooden Warrior Day, and I didn't do it. Somebody else did it. It was the crappy lens that came with it, not a good lens that I got. So, whew. But the camera's fine. Camera works. It's all good. What's up, Monkey Master? And Monkey Master's Jeremy, just so everybody knows that. That's my kid. So, I believe we're going to get something for the water park next year. I could be wrong. Yeah, you can say hi to Luco. But I'm thinking next year's going to be a water park year. We've been getting coasters and flat rides and stuff. I just feel we haven't had, in New England, we haven't had a water park attraction since Bonsai Pipeline, and that was 2013. So it's in a 5-year cycle. There's got to be something coming. It's either going to be 2019 or 2020 is going to be, it has to be a water park. And it's not that I'm upset about it. The water park needs some TLC. And I really wish that the park would totally redo the water park. Give it a nice theme, refresh it up, add some new stuff to it. You know what I'm saying? The park needs some love. You know what I mean? The park really needs some love in the water park. And I really feel that they can do it. You know what I'm saying? So I just wish that, I hope that, I always talk to the park. And matter of fact, speaking of the park, Jen McGrath emailed me yesterday. And it had nothing to do with the park. Someone contacted them. Somebody in Springfield is selling an 8-foot gumball machine and asked if I was interested because Jen knows I collect weird stuff. So, quirky things. So she said, well, let her know. And I was like, I really don't have the room for an 8-foot gumball machine. It held like 8,000 gumballs or something. So I passed on that. And I said, oh, thanks for thanking me. If other stuff comes through, just ask. You never know what I might bite on. I'm like, but a gumball machine for right now just really isn't my thing. So I just found it funny and cool. Yeah, Jeremy's butt wasn't edited properly and ended up on the internet. But that's okay. If rides get removed, I feel it's going to be, what do you call it? I really do feel it would be like a flashback Goliath thing and some rides moving around. Because if you look at all the stuff that's going around, and if you remember when Wicked Cyclone was being built, there was orange markers, what do you call it? In front of Blizzard River. So something's got to be going on in that area. The Crack Axle Canyon in the DC area really need to, what do you call it? Need to get the next makeovers besides the water park. I mean, water park really needs to get something first, and then the rest of the park. I mean, if you look back, when they came out of bankruptcy, and they started this crusade of every year you get an attraction to, whether it's big or small, and they may not have all been home runs, but we've been getting some pretty good stuff. I mean, we got Goliath, we got Gotham City Gauntlet, we got Superman Back. We had it with VR, then we got it without VR. We got the new Trains and Restraints for Minor Race. So we got Harley Quinn, we got the Joker, we got Fireball, we got the Sky Screamer, we got Wicked Cyclone, we got Bonsai Pipeline. So they've been doing pretty good in terms of getting attractions and stuff. And I mean, they've been trying their best to revamp the areas that they're doing in. I know Gotham City really needs some more theming added to it. I mean, I know they changed Mind Eraser to the Riddler, Riddler's Revenge. They changed the name of the restaurants. They got Harley Quinn going in. They got the Joker. There's a new floor going down that's down or almost completed. Could be completed for the entrance to Batman. I saw a picture of that. Somebody sent me one, and it was really cool. I don't know where that was and where that got sent to me. Let me check quick, because I might be able to pop it up on the screen here. I think I know where it was. Let me check, double check here, because if it is, I like to pop it up on the screen. Let me see if that's where it is. I'll download it quick and pop it up because it's awesome. Yep. All right. So while we're talking, let me just pop this real quick, and I'll download it. Somebody sent it to me on Facebook Messenger, and we'll just put it there, and then we're gonna add. Where is it? Add that. We don't want that. We just want to edit. Oh, we'll just do this. I'm a dum-dum. Yeah, I know. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm in the wrong spot. Here we go. What's today? Is this it? Yep. Right, ready? Here we go. All right, this is the floor of Batman right here. This is the as you can see, this is I'm going to try and make it a little bigger. But yeah, this is the floor there at Batman. If you can see that there. So that's that entrance plaza where the locker is. That's the flooring that they're putting in there. So that I find that pretty cool. That's that. Yeah, today's program is brought to you by the letter A. A. I don't see Blizzard River going away just yet. I do see it on the chopping block, but not just yet. I do see that. I haven't checked for markers yet. Sadly, I've only been there once. This year, but I'm going this weekend. Yeah, it's the plastic tiles. Matter of fact, let's go back to these tiles for a second, because this reminds me of something from back in the day. See these plastic tiles here? That's what I used to play roller hockey on. If you can imagine me playing roller hockey. It's basically like, if it looks like what it is, it could be mats or plastic. It looks like plastic tiles that look like kind of like the milk crate kind of things. You know, it helps, I guess, grip, and it's supposedly good, but I can just see bad things happening when that gets wet. That's what I see. But yeah, that's Batman's thingamajiggy. You know, so I really feel that the flashback Goliath, though, that correct Axel Canyon, I think when they do, it's going to get a nice upgrade, and we'll see we'll see what's going on, because it's really tough because you don't know what they're going to remove. I mean, with Gotham City, it's pretty solid. They could add another flat ride there somewhere, you know, like even where the smoking section is behind Villain Snacks, you could add a flat ride right there. There's a perfect, you know, nothing huge. You know, like maybe if they got like a tilt-a-whirl or something, they could put it in over there. Oh, Avery Henney, that's he's you know, he does a YouTube channel. He's from New York, and I know who he is. I've never met him personally, but I talk to him a lot on Facebook and stuff like that. And no, he's a good guy. I know him. So yeah, so like I said, it's really tough to determine. I mean, you really need to look around. Yeah, May 19th and 20th is for membership pass holders, and then the following weekend is for memberships and season pass holders, and then it opens up on June 2nd. Yeah, so if that means anything to anybody. So yeah, that's I'm gonna start like kind of like looking around uh, when I go this weekend to Six Flags because I really want to just see what's going on. See, they really should be knocking down the maintenance building and moving it because we've talked about it before. There was a building approved. Whoever the president was before John Winkler, I forgot what his name is. He was only here for a year. He went to the town and got it approved for it. It was going to be a storage building, and it was going to go in the employee lot. Well, with that, you can redo it now and make it the new maintenance lot. You can make it bigger because it would really be awesome if they could free up the maintenance area and they could have more area over there. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how that goes. What they want to do. I keep telling them. I keep giving them gold for ideas. Whether or not sometimes they listen to my ideas. Sometimes they just don't. They're just like, "Shut up, dude," whatever. Or maybe they don't say that, but they probably do. But yeah, needless to say, so I feel the next rides out would be Flashback Goliath. I feel that they could move the balloon race to the smoking section that's over by Pandemonium and give us a smoking section somewhere else. As long as we got one somewhere, so I don't have to keep going crazy across the park, that's fine. I would like the one that used to be over by Scrambler. That would be nice. Or put Scrambler over there. Yeah, you know what? They should put Scrambler over next to Riddler's Revenge. Take the balloon race, put it over there. Get rid of Flashback, get rid of Goliath, and do what I said. Put a launch coaster over there. But something's going on sometime, somewhere. Something's going to leave at some point. They only have X amount of land. They don't have infinite amount of land, so they got to do what they got to do. So you just look at the attractions that are the crappiest, and that would go. Yeah, it would be nice if you could somehow create a. I don't know how they would do it, but somehow create a new pathway. But you know what? They're probably not going to create a new pathway to make you go around things because for them as a business, they want you to walk by all the restaurants, the games, the shops. And if they're skipping areas, then, that's not good for them. But I really feel Crack Axle Canyon is due for like a major update. I do like the steampunk idea. Now, whether or not they keep that or they, keep Crack Axle Canyon Old Wild West, or they do a steampunk theme, which would be cool. Either way, it wouldn't be bad. Yeah, Six Flags America is really the dump yard of the Six Flags parks. Whatever. That's like Dorney is the dump for Cedar Fair. How much money are the SD cards for the on-ride POV and the tripod provided by the park? I don't know. Because it really depends on the size of the SD card, what brand they're using. I don't know how much that mount costs. I don't even know how much I'm sure the ride is still costs the same. I don't know what they're going to charge you for the video. I got the cool video from Florida when he's shooting out the volcano. That's cool. Well, Donnie might get a new coaster. Yeah, hopefully they get a new one. But I think there's the rumor going around the campfire, that one that got ripped out of that park, whatever it's called. I forgot the name of it. Supposedly Cedar Fair bought that and is going to put it in Dorney. It's a launch coaster. I don't know. We'll find out when for next year's news. Dorney really gets the crap end of the stick. I really feel bad for Dorney because all the... I said this last week. Dorney has such great potential. They got great land. They already have a decent ride selection. It's not top notch, but it can be top notch. They got a pretty decent water park. I've been in it. I've enjoyed it. No, Sting is gone. That thing's gone. But there's one that what do you call it? It's from Europe. I forgot the name of the park. That one. That one. The one that Infinite Code. Kano and whatever. That one. That's the one that the rumor is Cedar Fair bought, and that's going to Dorney. So they're going to get another used coaster that hopefully is good. I don't know. Dorney just needs something that's good. I mean, I would prefer them to get a brand new coaster, something new and different, and, would start bringing the people in, bringing them back in or whatever. I mean, because look, at Carowinds wasn't really like, Brett has the rumored purchase. Coaster Box was the one that ripped from DP. I don't know. You look with Carowinds, for example. Carowinds wasn't really that great of a park. They added Intimidator, and then it started doing great things. You know what I mean? They started growing. Then they added Fury 325, and then that started doing. You know what I mean? They're growing, they're doing things, and it's doing great. Cedar Point and Cedar Point. Kings Island got Banshee, and things like that. Kings Dominion's getting getting the RMC there. So Dorney needs something like I said last week, Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come. If you build something new and exciting, you don't have to do it all the time, but every so many years, you build something new and exciting, it gets the people excited, it brings the people back. People stop going because it's the same thing and nothing new gets added. They get bored and they go somewhere else. Within Dorney, I can go to Knoebels, I can go to Great Adventure instead of going to the Dorney. You know what I mean? I would choose other parks over Dorney because there hasn't really been anything added to make me go, wow, I need to go. And I think that point stands true with any park. If you don't add something after so many years, people go, you'll see your attendance go down. You're like, well, why is it going down? Duh, you didn't add anything good. You had crap. There you go. I have ridden Fury 325. I went to Media Day, and everybody that's watched this knows that I do not agree with the masses of how people feel about Fury. People are like, it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. It's, it's badass. It's awesome. And I don't agree with that. I felt that Intimidator was way better than Fury. Fury has a great first drop. There's barely any airtime. It's fast. You can't tell you're in most of the elements. That's just my opinion. And I know people will argue me till they're blue in the face that I'm wrong, and I'll argue till they're blue in the face that they're wrong. By all means, that's why nobody's going to like everything the same. I mean, is Fury the worst coaster on the planet? No. But I can find other ones that are better. That's just me. I want airtime machines. No. Fury 325 isn't just a little overrated. It's really overrated. That thing should have never won best coast, steel coast. Never in a million years. I can probably find 10 or 15 coasters that deserve that more than Fury. But I get it, people were like, oh my God, because there wasn't anything new. Things were either getting RMC'd or, nobody was getting anything gigantic and spending money, and they dropped $20-something million on Fury, and then people were like, oh snap, and they was like, oh, this is great, and so that's why there was a big thing about it. And then that was when Lightning Rod came out, even though I haven't ridden it, so I can't be like that's crap or not crap, I don't know. You know what I mean? So I don't know. That shouldn't have won only because it wasn't open most of the time. And then, now we all know that Steel Vengeance is probably going to win Best New. And then, most likely, it's probably going to win number one Steel. I'm willing to bet money on that. For a few reasons. We all know those reasons. I don't even have to get into those reasons. We all know those reasons why. Now, I wouldn't say Steel Vengeance is overrated, but people are going to go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And by all means, that's fine. I haven't ridden it. I don't have an opinion. I'm not going to base an opinion off of a POV or what somebody says. I'm going to ride it, and then I'm going to form my own opinion. You know, there's like before I said before. Before I went to Cedar Point for the first time, you're like, it's the greatest park in the world. It's the best thing. It's better than anything. There's nothing better. It's got the best roller coaster on the planet. It's the best. 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 I go there and I always go, this is the worst. It's the worst. It's the worst. It's the worst. Not because it was so hyped, and because of that hype, when people keep pumping that crap in your head, you got high expectations. Like, this place is going to be the bomb diggity, and that's it, and that's all there is to it. And then when you get there, it's nothing like anybody says. Nothing at all. And you're like, what the hell? I mean, that's my opinion, and I feel that, you know, I try not to hype up any park, any ride. I always give my honest opinion on what I think about it, and then I tell you about it, or the park, you know, like when I make these videos, and it's up to you to determine whether you want to believe the hype, if you want to ride it. I just tell everybody, go ride it, form your own opinion, and have fun. Doesn't matter if you love it, you hate it, whatever. You know, so who knows? That would be a funny coincidence. Infinite Coasters. He says, I'm before Lisberg got that Canoan, they had a Vekoma and Vertigo in that spot. So if Donny gets Canoan, however you pronounce it, that would be the funniest coincidence in coaster history. That would be. So, like I said, there's a lot of things that can go on. And speaking of Cedar Point and Steel Vengeance, there are some things you need to know if you plan a trip and you're going. Now, we all know, and around the world 5 million times, that opening day on Saturday, that Steel Vengeance had a little bump. It did open up later on that night, or later in the day, with one train operation. So they gotta do some readjustments to the ride. And but if you're going, what's his name there from Cedar Point, the communications manager? Something's got to be going on in my brain. I can't remember his name right now. Regardless, he tweeted out a little while ago that, what do you call it? If you bought a fast lane pass because you wanted to, because they took Steel Vengeance off the fast lane. So if you bought it prior to all this stuff and you want it, you can go. You can go to to wherever they sell fast lane and get a refund. Yeah, I saw Costa Studios review of Steel Vengeance. I watched that actually today, matter of fact. And because it's such a popular ride right now, they're doing a come and get a time thing, and they give you a time to come back to ride, to get in the queue. So, excuse me, keep in mind that we don't know when it's going to go back to normal and the other train's going to come back. On there after RMC goes out there and fixes and tests, whatever. So they've probably been, obviously this week they were closed and then they're opening up. So they got to wait. It's probably going to be like that. There'll probably be times it's down. They're probably going to be testing it, fixing it, and don't be surprised, when stuff goes on with Steel Vengeance. What's up, Theme Park New England? So just keep in mind when you go on there that you may not ride it. You may only get one ride. You might not be able to marathon it. I don't know how it's going to be for Costa Mania. It might not be back to full snuff by then. It could be, but I don't know. I'm hoping that it is. I mean, I'm not going to Costa Mania, but for those that are going, I hope that you get your chances to ride it and marathon it and do whatever you got to do with it. So we'll see. We'll see how that happens. Also, SeaWorld, they released their first quarter, their first quarter stuff. And it was actually way better than everybody expected. The stock market expected way lower results. Their revenue was up. Attendance was up. They still had a loss, but that was due to some legal issues, and not all the parks are open. They said 6 out of 12 were open. So that's usually when most amusement parks take a loss for the year. For a quarter is in the first quarter. So attendance jumped 15%. Revenue jumped 17%. And like I said about that, they're claiming that, with the new attractions, the new focus, the season pass sales, it was rising this year with 2017. So things are slowly starting to head into a new direction. And Theme Park New England has an update. New video, Canopy Lake, new water park on YouTube. We'll have to check that out. Share that with me, Theme Park New England, so I can see that. And we'll make sure that we share it so other people can see it too. Because I'm interested in the whole water park thing at Canopy, especially when we talked about it last week. And it was, how we feel about the water park and all that. So, good news for SeaWorld. We'll see how it happens, how everything works out. That was all the news I had. Oh, Six Flags New England. SFNE's already teasing 2020. Where did you see that? I got to get out of my little cave that I'm living in. I don't know what the hell's going on. I did not see any teasing for 2020. Where did you see teasing? Is it at the park? 2020 is the 150th anniversary of the park, just like Cedar Point. So, something good's got to come. I suspect that a launch coaster is the next aspect of New England. Only because when I talk to Jen about and showing them, what do you call it? When I tell Jen and Kyle and everybody at the park, I'm like, oh, you need a launch coaster. That's really, to round out, the selection of coasters that we got at the park. You need a launch. You need to have a launch coaster. And she goes, I know a lot of people want a launch coaster. So, she doesn't try to drop any hints. She doesn't try to, say anything. Obviously she can't give anything away. She can't tell me anything because I may blab something out. I mean, I know things that I haven't blabbed out that I'm not allowed to blab out, that they asked me not to blab out, and I haven't blabbed out. So I'm being a good boy for certain things. Certain things I do blab out. It depends what it is. But there are things that they've told me that they asked me not to make public. So I will not. I will be a good boy and not make things public. Yeah, I heard about the double-decker kiddie coaster. You can, if they replace Superman with a smaller, more family-friendly coaster, the park's attendance will drop more than half. People would go bonkers because they did that. That's if they wanted to commit park suicide, that's the way to do it. Yeah, I know Canopy Lake was trying to get it done. I don't even know who Coaster Zone is. I never seen the video thing. But anyway, so yeah, I didn't have any faith in Canopy getting that thing open for Memorial Day weekend. Just by the pictures that were coming out, I'm like, they're way behind. And it was probably because of the snow, and I get it. You can only do so much, but I didn't put full faith in the Memorial Day weekend bit. I figured Canopy doesn't open anything early in the year. They always open it towards the end. So I agree more in line with a mid to end of June. I mean, the pictures that I saw online this week for it, it looks like they still got a ways to go. So unless they can get the construction company to kind of double time it and get it done, mid-June to end of June looks more like a better scenario, I feel. So now I'm going to go check out Coaster Zone's video about SFNE on teaser a little later. When we're done with the show, I'm going to check that out and see what's going on. All right, so we got 2020 is the 150th anniversary of. No, I thought it wasn't that. What year did Six Flags New England open? I didn't think it was that old. I'm looking this up now. 1870. Yeah. Wow. Okay. But that's if they go by that, because it wasn't an amusement park until what year was that? An amusement park? Yeah, 1912 to 1999. I know it closed for a little while and then it reopened. So it really depends on when the date that they want to go by. Is it the initial when it was just a picnic grove, or when it was an amusement park? Because if they're going to go by amusement park, it's obviously not 150, but tomato, tomato, potato, potato. You can argue that out all day. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. I mean, I would like to take the claim to fame from when that place originally opened before it was an amusement park, just because I could be like, oh, this place is 100 and something, years old, instead of like 50 or 75 or 80. Regardless, 2020, we can say it's going to be a banner year for the park, technically, and maybe you will. That's why I feel next year is definitely a water park year. That's why I feel that way. They did not celebrate 100 years in 2012. That I do know. Yeah, they definitely didn't do that. So let's quickly get into Wooden Warrior Day and Lake Compounce opening day, and then we'll get out of here. But anyway, so Wooden Warrior Day, for those that don't know, that's based off of Wooden Warrior. That's at Quasi Amusement Park, small little park in Connecticut. Depending upon which way you're going from, for me, it's about 20 minutes or so past Lake Compounce. For Lugo, it's like 20 minutes or so before Lake Compounce. But anyway, so, there wasn't a lot of people there, but that was only for the main reason because a lot of people were at Silver Dollar City riding Time Traveler from this region. So it was really under attended, we'll say. There wasn't a lot of people. I mean, you can tell by the group picture that there wasn't a lot of people at the event, but it was still fun. Wooden Warrior is still running like a bat out of hell for what it is. It's still a great ride. We did, I don't know how many of you watched the video that I put out, vlog number 2, of us roaming the park. If you did not, go and watch the part of it where we're in the play structure and I'm getting electrocuted by static electricity, and I even used the beep sound because I was swearing because I was like yeah, it hurt. I was getting zapped pretty good. I mean, you can hear the zaps in the video. It's not like you can't hear them. I got zapped pretty good, and I farted in the tunnel, and that's on the video too. If you want to hear a fart, probably don't want to hear a fart, but yeah. The good thing is when I go to these events or I go to parks and I see people that are ACE members, they are enjoying the fact that I'm running for ACE president, and we talk about it, and so the election should be interesting, should be fun. We'll see how that pans out itself too. But overall, food was actually decent. Like, it was a lot better than previous years. I don't know what they did differently, but it was pretty good. I did get to ride Reverse Time, which is like what Six Flags Great Escape's getting. They like their Pandemonium. I had never been on one like that. I found it cool, a little dizzying a little bit, but it was fun. We had fun, and you can see that in the video. And then like around like 2:30, 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, whatever, we drove over to Lake Compounce. We went to go process the season passes, and then people were waiting for like 2 hours or longer to do their season passes. Excuse me. There was a lot of people processing passes. The ride lines weren't really bad at all. From what I understand is they didn't expect the amount of people to come for opening day to process passes and come in, so they were understaffed. So now they're trying to get their ducks in a row. We did at the end, and we waited like 40 minutes to process the pass. We went out at 6. Actually, it took us like an hour to process the pass. We got out there a little bit after 6. We got done about 7 when the park closed, but we got it done. It took a while to do it, but I mean, other than that, we rode Wildcat, running one train. It was running pretty good. A little kind of bobbleheadish still, but not as bad as it was last year. It's still, I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. I didn't get a lot of shaking like I did last year, which is great. Boulder Dash was running pretty good. That was a little bouncy, shaky, but it's still, I still love riding through the mountain in the woods. I love Boulder Dash for that. We rode the log flume. They have more logs on it. Still took like 20, 30 minutes to get on it. We didn't ride Ghost Hunt. We rode, what do you call it, Phobia. That was a walk-on. The kids rode Thunder and Lightning. We met up with Cliff and Judy and Nicholas Sales. We saw Jason Welter and Skittles and Riley. We always, we did a bunch of stuff. Who was riding Drop Time. It was a good day, minus the season pass baloney. It was still a good day. So it was just nice that the park's open, and I had fun. It was great. I loved it. So this weekend we're going to go to Six Flags in New England on Sunday, on Mother's Day. It's probably going to be busy, but I heard it's supposed to rain on Sunday. I heard it's supposed to rain like hell on Saturday. Let's see what the weather report says. That could I think we all agreed to go on Sunday, so I believe that's when we're going. So I'm going to take a peek here at the weather report and then tell you guys what it's going to be. Wildcat wasn't rougher. There was certain areas of the ride in transition, and Jerry knows about it. There's a special weather statement until Friday, 4:45 a.m. What's that? Oh, elevated fire concerns. Hang on, I gotta bring up Massachusetts. Saturday is going to be the rainy day. Rainfall about a half an inch during the day. So it's either going to close the park or it's going to be a washout. Could be a good day to go and ride. Sunday is going to be the better of the days and warmer because Saturday's only going to be 53. Sunday is going to be 69. Weather report. It says AM clouds, PM sun. Cloudy skies early will become partly cloudy later in the day. High at 69. Northeast wind shifting to southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Sunday night's going to be 48 degrees. A few clouds from time to time, low 48. Winds in the south at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And as for Wildcat and roughness, Wildcat before the transition of getting retracked, up to 2016, it hurt. It was rough. It was really bad. That was a must skip ride. You wanted to ride it in the front seat. You would wait for the front seat or you wouldn't ride it at all. And now I can tolerate the ride in any seat. It's a great ride now. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not perfect. Going down the first hill's great. You're coming around, and then when you come around, and then you're going like this and then down, right over there you get a little bang, like a bobblehead kind of thing. Then, the ride gets a little bangy, and then, coming back in, it was a little bangy, bobbleheady, but it's not, I feel it was better than last year. It's working itself in. We didn't have the lift hill problems, because obviously they changed put the new motor in. So that's a bonus. Maybe over the time it's going to work itself in better, but they know that there's some of the turns, the way they transition it into the turns, the design wasn't really, I guess, made for what it's doing. So like I said, I don't know. I really don't know the answer to I would say, ride it and see for yourself. But for me, I like it better now than I did before. That's my honest opinion. Yeah, I agree with Luco. Wildcat is like a bucking horse after the first drop, but not too bad. I mean, before I never wanted to ride. People were like, I want to ride Wildcat. I'm like, no, I don't want to ride Wildcat. I don't want to. Don't make me do it, mommy. I don't want to ride it. I really didn't want to ride it because it hurt. It was painful and it really hurt. And I praise Jerry for what he did. And the amount of money that they spend on that ride with the trains and the retracking and the painting and all that, they could have put a brand new wooden coaster in the spot. They really could have. And at the time, he was fighting to preserve history. And, you know, I think when it comes time, when it's getting really bad again, I don't know how long that is from now, but bet your bottom dollar that they ain't not going to save that coaster. You know, I'm sure they let Jerry have his say and go like, all right, keep it, you know, and I don't think the company's going to let him do that again. Maybe they will. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But I really feel that they won't do that. Luco loves riding Wildcat and old PTC trains in the middle seat. Smooth as butter, but that would rule out 2/3 of the seats. It would. So, I don't know. I had the middle seat, I think. Yeah, I had the middle seat. That's why my ride was probably not that bad. It was enjoyable. I don't know. Like I said, I like Wildcat. I love Phobia. I love Boulder Dash. Those are like my 3 coasters that I love at Lake Compounce right there. I mean the what do you call it? The boomerang. I can take it or leave it. You know, if I've ridden everything and I'm like, hey, you know, it's there. Let me go ride it, torture myself a little bit, you know. But I'm hoping that, you know, Lake Compounce start adding more rides because. Oh, and I heard that all the Sky Ride towers have been helicoptered out of here. They're gone. They've been removed. And it sounds like they're going to a ski resort in New Hampshire or something. So, yep, they took all the towers out. They're gone. Bye-bye. See you later, you know, Sky Ride. I know, it's a shame. It's sad. It's bad. You know, so. All right, well, we're going to get out of here in a few minutes, but before we go, so we covered SeaWorld. We covered Wooden Warrior Day. We covered Lake Compounce opening. We covered Wildcat. We covered, Six Flags New England. The restaurant that's in the Goliath extended queue there is now officially open, called Good Eats over in Craig Access Canyon. It's now open. You can enjoy. You can have fun with it. You can eat there. You can make it delicious. They'll make a food review. Matter of fact, speaking of food reviews, it's not going on SFNEOnline because it has nothing to do with amusement parks, but it's a food review. I did one about PV donuts. You know, I don't know how many of you have seen them. I posted a picture today about them. They're like big, ridiculous, very sugary, bad for you donuts. I cut out small little pieces because I bought 6 donuts. I gave the rest of the kids. I don't know if they ate them, but Devin's like, don't eat them all. I want them for breakfast. So he's gonna. I got one that was called Neapolitan. It had chocolate cake. It had strawberry frosting, and it had a brioche, like vanilla bread donut thing on the bottom. Excellent. Then I had one that was called pancakes and syrup. It was a cake donut with this maple crap on it. It literally tasted like pancakes and syrup. It was awesome. I had one that was called Purple Cow. It had raspberry disgusting crap on it. I took a little bite of the little piece and threw the whole donut away. It was disgusting. There was one that was called peanut butter, brown butter, brownie, something. And that one was all right. Not my favorite. And then they had one that was called coffee milk. It tasted buttery and not really so much coffee milk. Then there was a brownie batter donut that was pretty good. But the rest of them were for the kids. I've been losing weight. I've been doing good. I just wanted to try it. And I made it a little food review. So that go on the other YouTube channel, the Martin's Family one. And that's where, like, you know, like Liam and the Stop Guy, that's where, they're all coming in here, watching this show, hoping Devin pops up on it. And that's where Devin's food review is from the cruise, this food compilation that everybody's been dying laughing at. And then today I released the baby Devin, throwback Devin video from when he was, the first day he was born until Jeremy was 3 months old video. It was... all the stuff that I wouldn't normally post it on SFNEOnline because I didn't care. The Grove Show, this YouTube channel. I just put it over there. So if you're looking for the other stuff that I used to, that you liked that I didn't, you got to go to the Martin's Family YouTube to find all the other cool stuff. Like the cruise stuff and the food reviews and the games and the other stuff that we do is over there. So if you want to find it, that's where you go. But anyway, so before I go, I will be at Six Flags New England on Sunday. We'll try and do some live video. We're going to take pictures, video, whatever, make another vlog, talk about it. We'll go snooping around the park looking for any signs, any clues for 2019. We may not find it. Maybe it's in the water park. Maybe that's where we got to start looking. Maybe that's the area to look at for next year. That's my guess. I'm really guessing 2019 is a water park year. I really do. I do. So if anybody's going Sunday and you see me, come by, say hi, and we'll hang out and talk, ride some rides, whatever you like to do. And just so you know, there will be no show next week. I'm having 2 teeth pulled out and at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and there's no way in hell I'm going to do a show in pain and blah, 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 blah. It's just not going to happen. So I am going to take next week off. I'll be back the week after. And in between that, I'll release some videos of stuff that actually have to do with stuff for the YouTube channel. So maybe I'll record a video that would be like a show, only without people watching. So we'll see how I feel during the week. If I have time, maybe I'll do it Monday. Not sure. We'll see. Maybe Tuesday. I could even do it Wednesday. I don't know. We'll see. But Thursday, definitely, I can't do a show. Yeah, I'm sure everybody would love to listen to me while I'm on Novocaine, drooling blood out of my face, trying to talk. I'm sure that would go over so well. Excuse me. I mean, who knows? Maybe last minute I'll be like, hey, there's a show, me high on Novocaine. Come listen to me look like an idiot. Maybe people will like that. They'll be like, hopefully that the dentist prescribes me some good painkillers, because I'll be honest, I hate the dentist. Like, I went Monday and had my teeth clean and everything, and they do this crazy thing I've never seen before, where like it's like kind of like pressure washing your teeth, and like, oh, you might feel this weird pinch, and if you do, raise your left hand. I felt nothing. All of a sudden, there was like this really pain. I wanted to punch a lady in the face, and I'm like, uncle, it hurts. Stop. Yeah, I'm not one. That's why I have no tattoos. I hate needles. I know one time when I had to have my tonsils out, they had to do pre-testing and they drew blood, but instead of doing it like a normal like nurse does, like they rub you nice with some rubbing alcohol, and then they nicely inject the needle and then they pull the blood out. Well, this lady was like trying to kill me and try to like stab me to death with the needle. It was like bam. So then I kicked her in the leg and the knees, and I almost got arrested, and it wasn't fun. So, but I was like, bitch, you stabbed me. I wouldn't have done what I did if you didn't stab me. That was my way of getting out of it. I'm like, she stabbed me. I'm like, she wasn't gentle. I thought women were gentle creatures. She was just like, maybe she was in a bad mood. Maybe she just didn't like me. It was just like, bam. Like, there was no, like, shh. It was like, bam. Like, Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees just stab, That's just how it was. So, yeah, most likely I'm not going to be doing a show next week. It'll be the week after, but I'll put some videos out so that way there's something coming. I'll do something. It might not be as long as this. It might not be an hour and a half, maybe an hour, maybe a half hour, but just something to tide you over for the week. While I sit and lay in bed in pain and cry like a little baby girl, like a little baby, like Baby Devin did in the video. It's gonna be me. So anyway, if you're watching this, if you made it all the way this far, God bless you. If you haven't, subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Share it, like it, leave a comment. If you can see this chat that's going on now, leave a comment with it. You can see it, even though I won't see it till afterwards. But leave comments. get in on the fun. And if you missed it, maybe try to remember when it's on again and join in. It's fun. We have fun. As you can see in the chat, we always have fun. So I will see you guys in 2 weeks. If you see me Sunday, come by, say hi. So if not, I will see you guys in 2 weeks. Have a great next week while I'm in pain crying. And I will see you guys later. So until 2 weeks from now, peace out and keep on coasting, y'all. Peace.